Yo, 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 yo. What up, what up, what up, what up, people? Welcome back to another edition of Mike on Sports. I am your host. I go by the name of Mike Gross, man. Big up to that 501 and that 317, man. We back in the building. We are going to be talking about Danny Garcia and Errol Spence press conference. I'm going to be bringing you the whole entire press conference. We're going to play it back and we're going to listen exactly what these guys had to say to each other. Let's go ahead and start it, man. No need for my intro. I'll wait for the outro. I'll wait for the outro. Yes, sir.
Peace, brother. Peace. And I didn't put my hair on the line. Put my head on the line.
Oh, you put your head on the line. Okay, against
Yeah.
Lucas Matisse. Tell me,
Thank you,
Angel, give
brother.
me your opening thoughts about how things have been going with you.
Hey, everything been perfect with me. Everything been perfect with Danny. We've been having a great camp. You see how he's looking. He's 160 pounds, not even trying hard. He's ready to go tomorrow. We have to. You know, December 5th is going to be a great night. It's going to be a good night for me and Danny.
Introducing the iPhone 12 Pro with 5G now at T-Mobile. Unleash the 5G power.
Danny, successful night. Not taking nothing for nobody, but December 5th, we coming to get what's ours.
Anything else?
It's the WBC belt.
All right. Well, thank you very much to Angel. Now let's
Thank
go
you.
down to the Dallas area and speak with the esteemed trainer of Errol Spence Jr., also the trainer of Jermell Charlo as well. He knows the sport of boxing. He knows his fighters. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the esteemed Mr. Derek James. Derek.
What am I speaking for? I got to hear the question. How you guys
Derek,
doing? Happy to be here.
Derek, can you tell us about how training camp has been like?
Okay.
All right. Well, now let's move to the fighters as we are going ahead and go ahead, Kelly.
Talk to Derek. He just got sound.
Okay, perfect. Derek, can you tell us about how training camp has been like?
Training camp has been really good, man. A lot of hard work. We've been working since March. So it's everything is coming together. Everything is good.
Thank you very much, Derek. We'll get back to you guys shortly. Now let's go back to the city of brotherly love with this gentleman, a former two-division world champion, former unified 140-pound champion. His credentials are unbelievable. 32 years of age at 140 wins over Amir Khan, Lucas Matisse, Zab Judah, Eric Morales. Then in 2016 defeated Robert Guerrero to capture the welterweight championship of the world. Only losses, narrow defeats against champions in Keith Thurman and Showtime Sean Porter. He was the first man and only man to stop Adrian Granados last April, and then followed it up with an impressive performance over Ivan Redkach back in January at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. 36 wins, 21 of those by knockout against 2 defeats from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Also, he's very proud of his Puerto Rican heritage. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Danny Swift Garcia. Danny.
How you guys doing? It's crazy to have a press conference like this. You know, it's my first time ever doing it like this, during the pandemic and, the crazy world we living in right now. But, I want to start this off like I always start all my press conferences. I want to thank God for being here. I'd like to thank Angel Garcia, my team, Al Heyman, Premier Boxing, Fox Sports for giving me the opportunity to showcase my skills on a large platform. As far as camp's been going great. We've been here for a while already. The fight got pushed back 2 weeks, so it gave us extra 2 weeks to get ready. My weight is good, so far so good. I feel like we're ahead of schedule. Right now, we're just taking it one day at a time. We're very excited to be in this position again to fight for another world title. And come December 5th, we don't want to leave no rocks unturned. We want to go out there and give it 110% and go in there and take these belts from him in his hometown. But other than that, I'm blessed. I feel good. Life is great and can't wait to perform.
Thank you very much, Danny. And now let's talk with the man who will be standing across the ring from him at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas on December 5th on Fox Sports PBC pay-per-view. His record, 26 wins, no losses, 21 of those coming by way of knockout. Let's take a look at chronologically what this man has been able to do. 2012, a United States Olympian. 5 years later, goes to the UK and smashes Kell Brook to become the IBF welterweight champion of the world. Then follows it up in March of 2019 in front of nearly 50,000 fans at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, and has a clinical performance over Mikey Garcia. Then in September of 2019 at Staples Center in Los Angeles, had a mightily impressive performance over Sean Porter in the fight of the year last year. He is the unified WBC and IBF welterweight champion of the world, the fan favorite and the hard-hitting. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Errol "The Truth" Spence Jr.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, it's time for the big fish. It's time for the big fish, the big shark. EJ. Yo, EJ.
Doing? I feel blessed. I'm ready to go. I feel like I'm 100%. We've been training since probably March. We've been training, working hard, staying focused. My weight's good. I'm on point, and I can't wait just to fight at home, give my hometown fans, something to cheer for. I'm defending my title against a great opponent, Danny Garcia. Like I said before, I didn't want any tune-up fights. I didn't want, somebody I could knock out in the first round. I wanted somebody who's going to be tough, push me to the limit that I know I need to be pushed to so I can get back to Errol Spence Jr. So I'm very focused on the fight. I can wait on December 5th. I'm putting on a great show and a great performance. And I will say against you.
Thank you very much to Errol. Now let's go to Philadelphia with Angel Garcia. Angel, what must Danny do in order to get the win over Errol Spence Jr. on December 5th?
Well, we're not going to I never look at tape from past fights from Danny's opponents.
Power onward at the.
So we're not going to learn nothing from him and Garcia, Mikey. No, you can't learn nothing from that. And what I do is, when I train Danny, I focus on Danny. I don't worry about looking at video because I'm hopeless against that. I can't change nothing that they got over there. I know what I can make Danny better. So we've been working on things we're gonna dictate the fights. First of all, we're gonna be on top of him. So we're not gonna do like Mikey did. He ran, all night. He was glad he was out of there. He was glad he took the check home, I bet. But we're not looking at that. We're looking at going to Texas, in Dallas Stadium, because, they got a little rival, Eagles against Dallas. So we're going out there, we're going to sit on their helmet. On Dallas Stadium, we're going to sit on their helmet after Danny wins the title. So I can't tell you what we got, but we're going to bring anything he got. We're going to respond to anything he brings to the table. Not disrespecting the man, because I got to respect him as a fighter. But just because you see 2 L's on Danny, because I'm not going to sugarcoat him, it was all bullshit politics. Can I curse?
Kelly, that's a question for Kelly Watson.
Well, I just make sure. I want to make sure that I don't get beat. Because I'm going to be professional too. So let's get back to Danny. We got 2 L's. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. But it was a lot of crap calling me, politics, calling me racist and all that dumb crap that came with it. You know what I'm saying? But this time around, in Dallas, we're not going to put it in the judge's hands. It's not going to be in the judge's hands no more. Danny got to do what he got to do. And December 5th, we're going to Dallas because, first of all, we chose to fight him in Dallas. So make people understand that he ain't the A side like they say he is. It's both sides. Danny makes calls too. And another thing that I'll make sure is there too is world judges. We want world judges. We ain't going with local judges to make it fair. And at the end of the day, after we take care of that, and then Danny's got to go in there and do his thing with these 2 right here, the ones he got. Because he's not going over the handicap. He got 2 hands like he does. And anything Spence brings to the table, we're going to respond to anything he brings. So that whatever they bring, whatever they got in mind, I'm hopeless. I can't That's their team over there. I gotta respect that. But I know what we bring. We're bringing a great fight December 5th.
Thank you very much, Angel.
I need the world to know Danny's no opponent. Don't get that twisted. He's no opponent. He got 2 L's, yeah, but you got to respect him, man. He's 39 fights. And we wasn't pampered. What I mean by that is that Danny didn't have it easy in this game. All odds against him. He should have been the Olympian 2018, but we got sent up the river too. So they want him to be the alternate, just in case you didn't have that in the resume.
I got you. Well,
You know
I appreciate it,
just in case
Angel.
people think that Danny just came from Little Woods in Philly. You know what I'm saying? Danny, he came here because he fought to come here. And Danny fought top fighters when he was coming up. When he was 6-0, do the resume. Oscar de la Hoya and 2-pound Stevie. 6-0 with a 28 guy, 11 lost, 18 KO southpaw. And Danny destroyed in front of my best fighter in the world was Alexi Arguello.
Angel, we'll come back to you. Let's go over to Derek James. We
you.
appreciate the passion and how much you believe in your son.
And
now let's go to Derek James, who also believes.
Talking. We working with the big man. This ain't
Derek,
me.
let's
big man.
Derek, can we go ahead and I want to get your thoughts on the fact that, Errol Spence is coming off of a 14-month layoff. But the one thing that you told me, Derek, is that Errol is hitting harder now than he ever has been. Can you elaborate on that, Derek?
Yeah, I mean, he's punching really hard. He's doing really well, man. I think that, he's doing great, man. I think that the first thing about it, I think he has the best resume, probably in boxing other than Garcia. But, really, nobody else resume compared to that. So nobody's, we know he had, he deals with record, and I mean, that's the type of guy that this guy wants to be great. He has to have a great dance partner to be good. He can be good by himself, but if somebody great like Danny, get a great fight, get a historic fight, something that goes down else. That's what we look for. That's what Errol's trying to do in his hometown. I mean, so it's a beautiful night to fight.
In your mind, what do you have to do in this fight against Errol Spence Jr. in order to claim the victory? Also, from the oddsmaker standpoint, you are the underdog heading into this matchup. Does that give you extra motivation?
I've been an underdog my whole career, so, that's not new to me. I'm used to playing that role. That's the role they gave me. But, I just have to go in there and be myself. I have to go in there and be Danny Garcia, believe in myself 100%, mentally and physically. Go in there, fight round by round, make adjustments. And dig deep. And, that's what a true champion's made of. And that's what I plan on doing come December 5th.
Thank you very much to Danny Garcia. Now your adversary, Errol Spence Jr., down in the Dallas area. Once again, just had, the new father. Congratulations, Errol, on your newborn. I know that is, that's wonderful to see. But you're coming off of that layoff, Errol. Are you concerned at all about ring rust? And you mentioned that you wanted to fight. You did not want a tune-up fight coming out in your next fight. I mean, you're coming off of that car accident. You're the 14-month layoff, but you just seem to want any and all challengers. Why Danny Garcia?
Like I said, I picked Danny Garcia just so I can rise up to the occasion. I feel like, he was a great fighter, and the odds still in my favor off a car crash. And I'm still, the top dog in the division, top guy in the division. So, I feel like I would show that I'm just a great fighter, and he's a great opponent. His dad gets me hype, just him saying how they're gonna dictate the pace and how you gonna, come forward and throw punches and this and that and come take the belt from me in my hometown. Every time I fight in my hometown, I either got a knockout or just shutout win. So I'm 100% ready for anything they bring to the table. With come forward, with the box, with just stand there and fight. We can do whatever they need to do. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna listen to my coach dictate the pace And I'm not gonna get into the little heads game like with Sean Porter and things like that. Because I fought Sean Porter game and I beat him at his own game. You know, I'm sure his dad want me to, you know, stand there and slug with Danny Garcia. And he got a rock jaw chin. But at the end of the day, you know, I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to win the fight.
I want to go with Derek because we were having some mic issues. But Derek, with you, in terms of, you told me that Errol is hitting harder now than he ever has been. What do you feel is the key to success in that regard?
I think that it's about just setting up what you want to set up. And it's not easy. Then very formidable, you know, big punches.
Derek, I'm sorry, it's Kelly. Your microphone is not working, Derek, please. I'm sorry.
They said the mic's not working.
Could you take out one of the AirPods? The sound is fine. We're recording this.
Questions, if that's okay with you guys from the media, as we will go ahead and have the media ask questions. By all means, make sure that you are in queue and get ready to come out with your questions for Danny Garcia and Errol Spence and their trainers.
Yeah, Eric, you can go ahead and unmute.
What's up? How you doing, Earl? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Just for you, you talked about not wanting to tune up fight and taking these risks, man. Do you feel like at this point in your career, you need these type of fights to continue to cement your legacy and take these risks? Because a lot of guys don't want to take these type of risks. So for you, like you say, jumping right out, you know, what does that mean for you? Are you feeling that urgency to make these type of statements at this point in your career?
Definitely, man. It's up to me to make that big splash, you know, especially coming off my car accident. Everybody expected me, you know, take a lesser opponent, but me taking a lesser opponent, that was back when I made my pro debut in my first 10 fights and things like that. Now I want to fight the top dogs in the division. I finally got to a spot where I could fight, you know, the big names and the guys I've been yearning to fight for. So now the time is time that I'm not gonna, you know, go backwards. I'm gonna just go forward and fight the top guys that I've been wanting to fight since I was like 14, 15 and over. Since I want to title for Kell Brook.
All right, good luck, man.
All right, thanks, Eric. Our next question is going to come from Jamil Parker. Jamil, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Okay, this is for Earl. Southpaws are aqua fighters. They normally hit with straight rights and left hooks. We all know that Danny Garcia possesses power in both. How will you negate that during the fight?
I watch the fight and tune in, or you gonna come buy a ticket. But I mean, we got a game plan for everything, so I'm not worried about no little left hook or right hook or, you know, anything that he comes with.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks, Jamil. Our next question is going to come from Jake Donovan. Jake, you can unmute yourself and ask a question.
Great, thank you very much. My question is actually for Danny. Danny, a lot of people are, for some reason, they're making a big deal about the fact that you're getting this fight after Errol's accident, but you actually wanted this fight well before. I mean, you were in the ring when Errol beat Sean Porter. How much of it was you seeing something in Errol that you can exploit versus just you always want to challenge yourself against the best?
You know, I after the Mikey fight and you know, the Porter fight, you know, I saw some holes in his game, and I felt like, you know, it's a good opportunity for me to, you know, become champion again. So, and he's, you know, he's a great champion. I'm a great champion, and I feel like these type of fights bring out the best in Danny Garcia. You know, they make me run that extra mile. They make me spar that extra round. They make me eat the right meals, and they gave me the extra motivation I need. And I feel like this is the type of fight that's gonna bring out the best in me, and that's why I wanted it.
Great, thank you so much, Danny. Best of luck. Errol, best of luck to you as well.
All right, thanks, Jake. Our next question is going to come from Jandra LaBeouf. Jandra, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Thank you. My first question is for Errol. When you're a fight fan as well as a fighter, when you look at a fighter like Danny, do you learn more from his wins or do you learn more about him from his losses?
I mean, definitely learn more from the wins. I mean, like I said, he has a lot of great wins, a lot of great victories, and I mean, you learn a lot from just different fights. Some losses and some wins. Maybe the Keith Shine Porter fight, where you learn from other fights in the past too, like him and Lamar Peterson and things like that. So, I mean, I don't really have to watch those fights because I mean, I'm a student of the game. I'm a fan of the sport. So that's all I do anyway is watch boxing. So I didn't watch Danny Garcia fight plenty of time.
Okay, thank you. And Danny, a question for you. Angel mentioned earlier that he thought Mikey Garcia ran the whole fight against Spence. When you look at Spence in that fight, what do you think he was most effective at and what he did well in that fight?
You know, I feel like he was the bigger, better man that night. I felt like, you know, Mikey has great skill, but I think the size difference, and he just let his hands go, and Mikey didn't have an answer. So Mikey kind of froze. He just won every round, you know, just by letting his hands go. You know, Mikey didn't take no risk, but you know, Mikey did some good things in there. He held his ground well. He landed some good counter punches, and those are things that I'm taking into consideration, you know, for this camp.
Thank you, gentlemen. Good luck to both of you.
Andrew, next question. Andrew, any more questions? What the heck did happen? Oh my God.
Well, why don't we go ahead and do that?
Sorry about that, guys. Ben Baby, our next question will come from you if you want to unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yeah, for sure. Errol and Errol, can y'all hear me okay? Awesome.
Yes, we can. Fire away.
Awesome. Hey, Errol, you know, quick question. I think all of us know about the accident, kind of what occurred. In some way, was that a real wake-up call for you and kind of what, you know, you needed to do in and out of the ring? I mean, how did that kind of affect you moving forward after you had the accident and everything that happened?
It really didn't do nothing but just made me more focused, maybe hungrier, and gave me the same hunger that I had, you know, before I won the world title. So it just made me more focused, more hungry, make sure I kept my weight down. And, you know, basically before I was probably coming to camp, you know, when it was just a training camp, I had a fight lined up. But now I'm actually, you know, training year round and, you know, making it a priority more than just, you know, okay, I got to fight now. I got to start training. Now I'm training ahead of time instead of just waiting till the last minute.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
All right. Thanks, Ben. Our next question will come from Carlos Toro. Carlos, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hi, gentlemen. Thanks so much for taking time to talk to us. You know, first question to Errol, you know, obviously, you know, you're back in the fold, you're training and everything, but how did it feel just getting into that first sparring session, that first gym session after the accident and preparing for the fight? How did it feel to you just kind of getting back into the fold, you know, physically and mentally?
At first, the first time I sparred, it felt kind of weird. You know, I'm not gonna lie, it felt real weird. But after probably like the third or fourth, you know, sparring session, everything was just clicking, and now I'm sharp as a tack now. So, you know, everything
beat anybody in the sport.
Errol, can I get your thoughts as to why you think you will win this fight, or that something that you possess that you feel that Danny won't be able to handle the night of the fight?
I just feel like I'm the champ, and at the end of the day, I'm just a fighting motherfucker. It doesn't matter if it's inside, outside. I can just fight. So I just feel like if it gets down to the wire, we gotta lock it up. I feel like I'm gonna come out on top because I know how to dig down deep. And I know how to just fight.
Thank you, guys.
All right, thanks, Marcos. Our next question is going to come from John Cudney. John, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hey, guys. So this is a question first for Errol and Derek. The country's been going through a long series of lockdowns. COVID-19 has been awful. Just wondering what it means to you guys to fight in front of a live crowd at Cowboy Stadium for this fight.
Me, it means, it means everything. Just fighting at home, and everything that everybody's been going through right now. And I just wish everybody that's gonna come out, be safe, wear your mask, follow the social distancing protocols and things like that. And I feel like it'll be a smooth night.
Me, I think that it's great when you come home and fight at home and be at home and fight a great fighter like this. And put on a great performance is amazing, because I think that it only builds a legend, it only builds your stock, and to be able to perform at home in front of a live audience is very difficult to do. But at the same time, that's for other people who are difficult for them, because Errol's been able to perform and do well in front of the audience, and we love that. So we love the energy, we love everything that the city brings us, from people from all over the world. To everybody in Dallas, we love the energy.
Okay, thanks a lot, guys. Those are great answers. Okay, questions for Danny and Angel. So I'm going to ask a cynical question, but I'm interested to hear your honest answer. So you guys had already agreed to this fight, as Jake mentioned earlier, but how are you approaching this now that Errol has been through the car accident? Does it give you potentially, extra confidence or a different approach, knowing he might have lost some speed off his fastball?
Now we're taking this fight, he's a champion, so we're taking this fight 100% serious. We're not banking on no, car accident or layoff and all those type of things. We're taking this 100% serious. Like I said before, we wanted this fight on January 25th. Things happened, then the COVID happened, so we just had to stay focused, and the world had to weather the COVID storm and all the crazy things that's going on in the world. But now the fight's finally here. We're 3.5 weeks away, and I feel like camp is going great, and we're gonna go in there and have a great performance.
Yeah, you got
Angel, any thoughts? Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta understand. Like Danny said, it was for January when we for a red catch. Was supposed to be Spence, but then he got into that tragedy. But that's the past. So we're not looking at the accident because we're not doctors. He's cleared by medical. His team say he's good. Everybody else saying he's good. To us, he's good. We can't worry about that. That's something that it doesn't make the fight better or worse. We're not gonna go in there thinking that he was in a car accident, that we got the advantage. We're not falling for that booby trap. That's a booby trap. Well, we know that we going and for the COVID too, the reason we chose Dallas, Texas, because they got fans, so we wanted fans. If not, it would have been somewhere else. And as long as the people follow protocol.
Technology. It's
And not that I'm saying that it's not real, it's epidemic, but all they give you is a fever for 10 days, not like it's gonna kill you. I don't know how the country is shut down over a fever. Because we've been through worse in the past. So it's not the first time America ever had a virus. Okay, so like, as long as you follow the protocol, you wear your little mask or whatever you want to wear, then you're good. But we're not worrying about that. We hopeless against protocol. We hopeless against masks. All we know is December 5th, We're going to go to Dallas. We're going to fight Spence and Danny. We're going to fight, and we're coming home victorious. That's all we got to worry about. Everything else is pushed to the side. It don't mean nothing to us. Like, don't mean nothing. I had cancer. I had an accident. I had a motorcycle accident, and I'm here. So as long as you get medical clearance from a doctor, we ain't going over there thinking he had an accident. We're going to go in there and smack him around. He's done. You know, we got to respect him. He's a champ. So we're going in there. We're going to fight. And we're going to fight December 5th. And we're going to have a great fight. And at the end of that night, and now you. And that's how it's going to work out.
Okay, thanks a lot, guys. Great answers.
Thank you.
All right, yep, thanks, John. We're going to have just a couple more media-asked questions here. Our next question is going to come from Ellie Seckbag. Ellie, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hey guys, great to see you. I'm so excited about this fight. It's the biggest fight this year. What, for both Danny and for Errol, what do you guys do great and what does your opponent do great?
You want me to go first?
Danny, you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I do everything great. You know, at the end of the day, I feel like I'm a true champion. I make adjustments. You know, I could bang it out. I could box. I feel like I can use my jab. And, you know, I feel like that's why I'm a 3-time world champion because, you know, I faced many styles, southpaws, bangers, boxers, sluggers, been the underdog. And, you know, I came out on top. So I feel like these are the type of fights that bring out the best in me.
Well, I feel like what things Danny do great is, you know, he counter punches well. Got nice, sharp, short hooks. You know, something can be wild, but it's still strong and, you know, hits hard. You know, has a great chin. You know, a guy that's now, you know, is willing to get hit and still come back with his shot too. So, I mean, like I said, great counter puncher. And the guy that's always, you know, when he is the underdog, he always rises to the occasion, at least at 140 pounds. So, you know, with me, I feel like I do a lot of things great. You know, I feel like I can box. I feel like I can bang. You know, I feel like, you know, I can do it all. So it's not just one thing. I can just point out that I do great.
Thank you. And then one more question. What makes your trainers, for both fighters, what makes your trainers so great?
You know, I feel what makes my my trainer so great, you know, he believes in me 110%. You know, a lot of trainers are great trainers, but mentally they're not there for you. And I feel like Pops, you know, he trains you hard, but he makes you believe in yourself. And I think that's the most important thing in and out the ring.
Well, for me, I feel like my coach is very detailed. You know, always paying attention to the little things. You know, even if I'm doing something right, you know, he'll still, you know, put it in my brain and still tell me, hey, keep your hands up or throw your jab or do this and do that. So with him, I feel like it's the details. You know, he's always looking for something. You know, it's never anything perfect for him. You know, everything has flaws in it, everything you can learn from. So, you know, with him, it's just, you know, just detailed, very detailed coach.
All right, thanks, Ellie.
Thanks.
Yep. Our last question is going to come from Cam Buford. Cam, if you want to unmute your mic, you can go ahead and ask your question.
Hey guys, thanks for making time. I look forward to this fight. Coach James, my question for you is, when Errol became healthy again after the accident, what was that process that you took him through to kind of get him ready for physical training or training for a fight, not this fight in particular, just a fight period? Did you take it easy on him and just talk to us about that process, please?
Well, it was a slow process. I mean, even though you have the ideal of his mind in your mind, the last time you trained him was on a high level, you have to come in and kind of like put the training wheels on. It's a gradual process. I mean, and so by the time that this camp started, he was already in shape. He had been training for like 3 months, 4 months, maybe longer than that. So it was like it was the process of just we could mess around with some things and do some things, and then we start perfecting some other things.
So we had long enough time to do it, and that's great because it was beautiful. And like you said, the 2 more weeks only helped to 2 more weeks of getting better, to just be great.
I got it. Thank you. And Earl, when they look at this fight with Mikey, they touched on the fight and said he found some opportunities in that fight. What are they missing from that fight about your fight game that if they just focus on that one fight, they'll be overlooking?
Oh, I don't know. I made that fight look easy. Well, it was easy. I had sparring harder than that. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't think you can learn anything from that fight, really. Well, there's always something to learn, but I mean, that fight was so easy that, sometimes I got unfocused.
No, well, I wasn't saying what did you learn. I was saying if they, the Garcias focus on that fight, what would they be missing if they just focus on
That's
that
the real
fight?
question. Fucking idiot. Nobody focusing on that fight.
Okay, well,
Just said we ain't learned nothing from that. Was you here or not? You're an idiot.
He said he didn't watch the fight. He don't watch it because he didn't watch. He said he respects Danny.
Real question, you moron.
Not,
Fucking moron.
Danny, you going into this fight and your pops is over there fired up, said you can bring anything to the table.
Listen, man, don't even answer. Get this idiot out of there, man. Bang him, man. Hang up. He's an idiot.
All right, that'll be it for the media questions today. Ray, we'll turn it back over to you to wrap up.
Thank you very much, Andrew.
Always talking shit.
Greatly appreciated. Hey, Angel and Danny, I want to get from Danny as we go ahead and
listen, man, I hate idiot writers. They're the ones that write all this bull crap about all these fighters, but they never got clipped in the tip of the nose. They act like they know these fighters. They don't know these fighters. They got to ask real question. Was he listening? I say that we didn't learn nothing from that fight. Oh, he talking about we learned from what? What we learned from that? That was easy money for Spence. I would have took that money too. We wanted that fight. What the fuck?
Danny, can you give us your final comments as you get ready to collide against Errol Spence Jr. December 5th on a PBC Fox Sports pay-per-view? Your opportunity to capture both the WBC and the IBF welterweight championship of the world.
I'm very excited, to be back on the stage and fighting for another world title. And come December 5th, I'm not leaving no rock unturned. We're about to work right now after this. We're putting in hard work every day. It's been a long camp, a great camp. And we feel great. We feel confident. We can't wait to December 5th.
Thank you very much, Danny and Angel. We greatly appreciate it. Now for Errol Spence Jr., once again, another opportunity to defend your world championships at home, AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, the home of your favorite football team, the Dallas Cowboys. What can we expect on December 5th against Danny Garcia?
You can expect an action-packed fight. If you know Danny Garcia, you've seen his fights. He's always in exciting, action-packed fights. I'm always in exciting, action-packed fights. So, I think our styles are going to clash, and it's going to be a, historic night come December 5th. So I can't wait. I know he's been training hard. I know he's 100% focused. I've been training hard. I'm 100% focused. And we're willing to put on a great show come December 5th.
Thank you very much to Errol Spence and Danny Garcia. Don't miss it. December 5th on Fox Sports PBC pay-per-view, all brought to you by TGB Promotions, Man Down Promotions, and DSG Promotions. The lead-up continues. Errol Spence Jr. and Danny Garcia, welterweight supremacy on the line on December 5th at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Limited tickets are available following COVID protocols. You can get them at SeatGeek.com, or for the rest of the world, watch it on Fox Sports PBC pay-per-view on December 5th, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific time. Have a great one, everyone, and we'll see you during.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, man. Hope you guys get ready for that Errol Spence Jr. and goddamn Danny Garcia fight, man. Should be a good-ass fight. Errol sounds confident. Danny sounds confident. Angel sounds confident. Derek James sounds confident, man. So we're going to see how that plays out. Will the car wreck play a big part in this fight? Will it be the same Errol Spence that we are used to seeing in that ring? A lot of things to be answered, man. A lot of things. I think that's the biggest storyline. Will it be the same Errol Spence that we're normally used to seeing? I think that will be the biggest storyline. But you guys, oh baby, do I got a treat for you guys? Do I got a treat for you guys? Yes, sir. Let me show you something right quick, baby. We're coming back at 8:35. At 8:40. Coming back at 8:40. All right. Real quick, man. Let me show you what I'm talking about. We got breaking news. Yeah, we got breaking news. Deontay Wilder team will be seeking legal action against Fury. We'll get into it. We'll chop it up, and we'll break it down. Until next time, y'all know what it is, baby. Mike on Sports, 8:40 p.m. 8:40 p.m. That's 20 minutes from now. Get ready. Get your popcorn. Get your blunt roll. Get whatever you need. We taking that boy to trial. Yes, sir.
Sometimes you got to give people their flowers. While they can still smell it. Mark Nash. Michael Gross, the boss. My nigga. My brother. Let's get this done, Mike. We all love sports, right? Mike Gross, the boss. This is Mike on Sports. He smoke competition, same time smoke a port. When it comes to debating, he's one of the greatest. Put him on the A-list over Kellerman and Bayless. If you missed the show, couldn't make it, just log on and click the playlist. That boy always working, not to be played with. Hit subscribe and the bell for the latest. Mike Gross, the boss. Mike on Sports. Right there from first bell, tip up and coin toss. Mike Gross, the boss. Mike on Sports. He call it how he see it. Either you won or you lost. Big games, big fights, rolling dubs up. You like the